So which of the following statement in connection with circle of Willis is false? Both anterior and middle cerebral arteries are branches of the internal carotid artery. The posterior communicating artery is a branch of the basilar artery. The two anterior cerebral arteries are joined together by an anterior communicating artery. The basilar artery is formed by the union of two vertebral arteries. The brain is supplied by two internal carotids and two vertebral arteries connected by circulus arteriosus within the interpeduncular fossa. The circle of Willis is an arterial ring situated just at the base of the brain around the eye level and is completed by the anterior communicating artery and two posterior communicating arteries. The anterior communicating, anterior cerebral, internal carotid, posterior communicating, posterior cerebral, and basilar arteries are all part of the circle of Willis. Internal carotid artery divides into anterior and middle cerebral arteries, with the anterior cerebral arteries joining by the anterior communicating artery. The basilar artery is the union of the two vertebral arteries that branches into posterior cerebral arteries. The posterior cerebral artery joins with the internal carotid by the posterior communicating artery. Saccular or berry aneurysms account for more than 80% of all intracranial aneurysms. They're outpouchings of cerebral arteries that probably form over a relatively short period of time, say days to weeks. The most likely site of these berry aneurysms is at the junction of arteries in the circle of Willis. The majority of the saccular aneurysms arise from the anterior circulation. The most common distribution for intracranial aneurysms include the following arteries: anterior communicating in 30%, posterior communicating in 25%, middle cerebral in about 1/5, internal carotid bifurcation in about 7.5%, and at the top of the basilar artery in about 7%. Shows the circle of Willis. The answer is B, and these are the references.